Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sudhakar Kaushik, Associate Professor, School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Shri Guru Ram Rai University, Dehradun. Today in this presentation, I am just going to discussing the concept relating about the basic structure, function and synthesis of bacterial cell wall. So, if you can see the today's topic, that is the bacterial cell wall is a vital structure that provides shape, protection, and support to the cell. It plays a crucial role in the survival and functionality of bacteria. Due to its essential function, the cell wall is a primary target for many antibiotics. A large number of antibiotics like beta-lactam, cephalosporin, and carbapenems work by inhibiting cell wall synthesis, thereby weakening the cell wall and leading to bacterial cell death. Consequently, understanding the bacterial cell wall is a significant focus of extensive research in microbiology and pharmacology. In this slide, the bacterial cell wall is a remarkable evolutionary innovation that has been enabled bacteria to thrive in a wide range of environments. One of its most critical functions is managing osmotic pressure, which is essential for bacterial survival and structural integrity. If you talk about osmotic pressure and bacterial survival, then inside bacterial cell, the cytoplasm is typically hyperosmotic, meaning it has a higher solute concentration compared to the external environment. This osmotic difference drives water into the cell and causing it to swell. Without a protective mechanism, this influx of water would lead to excessive swelling and ultimately the bursting of cell. Role of the cell wall in osmotic pressure is there so that to prevent such catastrophic osmotic burst, bacteria have evolved the ability to synthesize, secrete, and maintain a cell wall. This semi-rigid structure encases the cell membrane and provides several critical functions like structural support. The cell wall rigid framework resists the internal osmotic pressure, allowing the cell to swell only slightly as it absorbs water without leading to rupture. Then, pressure management. By withstanding and counteracting the internal pressure, the cell wall prevents the excessive expansion and bursting of the cell. Although there is mechanism of production, that is, the peptidoglycan layer in the bacterial cell wall is specifically designed to handle osmotic stress. This semi-rigid mesh-like structure of the peptidoglycan layer accommodates minor swelling, ensuring that the cell can absorb water without bursting. This can provide strength and flexibility. This cross-link peptidoglycan strands provide strength and flexibility, enabling the cell wall to maintain its integrity under varying osmotic conditions. So this is what we have the evolutionary significance of the osmotic pressure in the cell wall. Then the second one, that is what we have the shape maintenance. The shape integrity, the extensive cross-linking between glycan strain form a rigid and resilient lattice known as the murin sacculus, which encases the bacterial cell membrane and maintain its shape. Instead of that, if we are moving towards the third evolutionary significance, that is what we are defense against external threats, the bacterial cell wall is a fundamental protective barrier that shield the cell from numerous external threats. This structure not only maintains the cell integrity but also play a crucial role in defending against environmental hazards and toxic substances. Its defensive role is essential for bacterial survival in hostile environments. If you can talk about this slide will show the key feature of bacterial cell wall. That is, the bacterial cell wall is a rigid layer that surrounds the cytoplasmic membrane. It is primarily composed of peptidoglycan, a large polymer that gives the cell wall its strength. Peptidoglycan consists of repeating unit of sugar and amino acids. So as you can see in the first figure, that is what we have NAM and NAG. They are the sugars. The backbone of peptidoglycan is made up of alternating unit of N-acetyl glucosamine, that is what we have NAG, and N-acetyl muramic acid, that is what we have NAM. Instead of that, we have amino acid chain that is attached to NAM are short peptide chains that cross-link with peptide form adjacent strand, creating a mesh-like structure as you can see in the second figure. This peptidoglycan network is essential for maintaining the cell shape and withstand its internal turgor pressure, which is the pressure exerted by the cell contents against the cell wall. If you can talk about type of bacterial cell wall, yes, then bacteria can be broadly classified into two groups based on their cell wall structure and response to the gram stain procedure. That is what we have gram positive and gram negative bacteria. In first, if you can talk about gram positive bacteria, then you can see that they have a peptidoglycan layer which is thickened and multi-layer. You see in this specific figure. Teichoic acid, yes, present and integrated with the peptidoglycan or attached to the cell membrane. These acids play role in cell wall maintenance and ion transport. Example of these kind of bacteria we have Staphylococcus aureus. If you can talk about gram-negative bacteria, then the peptidoglycan layer is thin in nature as you can see in this figure, and it is single layer in nature. Instead of that, they have outer membrane. An additional outer membrane surround the peptidoglycan layer. This membrane contains lipopolysaccharides that contribute to the bacterium pathogenicity and can trigger strong immune responses in host. The example of this kind of bacteria, gram-negative bacteria, we have E. coli. If you can talk about cell wall synthesis, then we discuss the synthesis of bacterial cell wall. It generally occurs in three distinct stages. The first stage, that is what we have synthesis of precursor, or we can say that cytoplasmic stage. In this stage, precursors such as N-acetyl glucosamine NAG and N-acetyl muramic acid NAM are synthesized in the cytoplasm. These molecules are the building blocks of the peptidoglycan layer. This stage is critical for preparing the necessary component for the next step in cell wall formation. After that, we have second stage, that is what we have elongation and transfer stage, or we can also call them membrane stage. In this second stage, these precursors which are forming stage 1 are transported from the cytoplasm to the outer leaflet of the cell membrane. After that, we have third stage, that is what we have the cross-linking of peptidoglycan chains or extracellular stage. This is what we have the final stage. The linear chain of peptidoglycans are cross-linked by membrane-bound enzyme called transpeptidase, forming a strong and interconnected mesh. This cross-linking occurs outside the cell membrane and provides the rigidity and strength characteristic of the bacterial cell wall. This stage is crucial for creating the structural integrity that protect the bacterium against environmental stress and maintain its shape. If you can talk about the first stage, that is what we have the peptidoglycan, the backbone of the bacterial cell wall, then in the first stage of bacterial cell wall, synthesis occur at the cytoplasmic level. Means what? The generation of NAB/NAG and generation of peptidoglycan molecule. In this stage, the synthesis of N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetylmuramic acid takes place. These molecules are the glycan unit that will be utilized in the formation of cell wall. Like you see, glucose in this stage, glucose is converted into N-acetyl glucosamine, which is then utilized with UDP to form UDP-NAG. Subsequently, UDP-NAG is converted into UDP and acetylmuramic acid in the presence of enol pyruvate transferase. After the generation of UDP-NAM, UDP-NAM is then attached to the pentapeptide linkage or amino acid chain, as you can see in this specific structure. In second stage, known as the membrane stage also, the bacterial cell wall synthesis involves a lipid carrier called bactoprenol located in the cell membrane. This carrier play a crucial role in the formation of the bacterial cell wall. Initially, UDP, NAM and peptide links are available for use. Bactoprenol attaches to the NAM and the peptide link. Subsequently, UDP-NAG is utilized and attached to the bactoprenol-bound NAM in a second step. Next, this structure is transferred to the outer membrane or outer part of the cell membrane. This transfer process requires the assistance of peptidoglycan synthase, which initially bound to bactoprenol and transfer the entire structure across the cytoplasmic membrane and help them insert into the growing peptidoglycan chain. After that, we are moving toward the third stage, which is what we have the important stage, because bacteria have peptidoglycan. As you can see in this specific, you can see that arrangement, they have peptidoglycan but without attachment. There is no structural support is there. Therefore, in this stage, the bacteria is utilizing the enzyme transpeptidase, which are utilized to cross-link these peptidoglycans with the help of 5-glycine residue that can help to provide the structural support in these after the cross-linking in these peptidoglycans. After that, if you can talk about the next slide, that is what we have the importance of the cell wall in the antibiotic action. Then in conclusion, the bacterial cell wall is a fundamental component that provide structural integrity, production, and functionality to bacterial cells. It varies significantly between gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, each with unique features and implications for pathogenicity and antibiotic treatment. As a critical target for many antibiotics, understanding the cell wall composition and mechanism is essential for advancing medical treatment and biotechnological innovations. By delivering deeper into its structure and role, we can develop more effective strategy to combat bacterial infection and harness bacteria for beneficial applications. This concludes my presentation on the bacterial cell wall. Thank you for your attention and engagement throughout. If you have any questions or would like further information, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.